The parents of a 2-year-old girl allegedly left their daughter in a hot car for about 15 hours before she was found dead. The couple's 4-year-old son was also reportedly left in the car, but managed to escape and is in the custody of Child Protective Services. At 3:43 p.m. on Tuesday the 16th of May, authorities responded to a home in Prosperity, Florida, after a woman, later identified as the children's mother, called 911 and was disturbed and screaming so much that the dispatcher was unable to obtain much information. Responding deputies arrived at the scene and were met outside with the woman carrying an unresponsive child. Deputies immediately attempted life-saving measures on the toddler girl, but it wasn't enough, and she was pronounced dead at the scene at 3:59 p.m. Her body temperature was reportedly 107 degrees Fahrenheit at the time. The toddler's mother, 23-year-old Catherine Adams, initially told police she found a baby unresponsive inside the house, but allegedly later confessed that she forgot about her sleeping children and left them in the car. They were reportedly left in the car between midnight and 3 p.m. Police tried to interview the father, 32-year-old Christopher McLean, but he was uncooperative and invoked his right to remain silent. Police executed search warrants for the parents' home and car, where they found numerous packages of meth and marijuana, along with drug paraphernalia. Catherine and Christopher were arrested and originally booked on charges of child neglect, possession of meth and possession of drug paraphernalia. The Holmes County Sheriff's Office has indicated that the couple will face additional charges following the completion of the autopsy. The investigation into the matter continues. 18-year-old Christian Koleski has been charged for shooting his 3-year-old sister Yana, who he was babysitting at the time. At 10:57 a.m. on Friday the 12th of May, authorities were called to a home at 5124 29th Avenue in Kenosha, Wisconsin on a report of a shooting. When police arrived at the home, no one answered the front door and it was locked. The responding officers saw Christian peer out the window and he was instructed to open the door, but he didn't. Officers then entered the home through the back door and found the young girl in the bedroom. She was lying on the bed crying, propped up on a pillow with a bath towel draped over her left leg. When officers removed the towel, they found a gunshot wound to her upper left thigh, which appeared to be her through and through. One of the officers applied a tourniquet and took the girl to a waiting ambulance. She underwent emergency surgery to clean out the wound of debris and stitch the entry and exit wounds and is now recovering. When questioned, Christian denied that there was any gun and claimed that the child did not get shot in the house, but they heard the gunshot outside. Officers found no bullet strikes from outside the residence. Investigators found a bullet defect in the wood floor of the bedroom and another defect on a lamp as if the bullet had ricocheted off the floor and into the lamp. Investigators found a fired cartridge and a fire projectile on the floor in close proximity. Authorities said that Christian was babysitting his 3-year-old sister while his mother was at work. A 19-year-old woman named Dynasty Cooper was also present at the residence, as well as a 1-year-old boy. Dynasty told investigators that Christian and the girl went into the bedroom when she heard a gunshot. She said that while she helped the girl, she heard Christian call someone to come and get the gun. Christian eventually admitted to shooting his little sister, but said it was an accident. He told police he tried to take care of her by giving her Tylenol and using popsicles to help with the pain and slow the bruising. Christopher then called his mother and told her what happened, and she called his grandmother, who then called 911. Christian told investigators that because he was on probation, he was never going to call police or 911, and he did not want to go to jail. When a detective pointed out that Yana could have died, he remained adamant that he would not have called the police. Christian appeared in court on Friday the 19th of May, and was formally charged with felonies of first-degree recklessly endangering safety with a dangerous weapon, possession of a firearm by an adjudicated felon, neglecting a child with the consequence of great bodily harm, and solicitation of harbouring or aiding a felon by falsifying information. He is held on a $25,000 cash bond. If convicted, Christian faces decades behind bars. A 3-year-old child got hold of the gun and shot 2 people at an apartment last week, wounding both the mother and her friend, the latter whom is wanted in connection to a murder. The shooting occurred at around 8:30 p.m. on Thursday the 18th of May at the Romney Meadows apartment complex in the 3000 block of Mount Court in Lafayette, Indiana. Officers were initially dispatched to a local emergency room to speak to a man and woman with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. The victims were treated and released. One of them, 23-year-old Trayshawn Smith, was then booked into the Tippecanoe County Jail on an active murder warrant out of Cook County, Illinois. Cook County, Illinois is roughly a 2-hour drive from Lafayette, Indiana. Lafayette Police Department is working with the Markham Police Department in Cook County regarding the murder arrest. The State Child Services Agency has been contacted, and the shooting remains under investigation.